Okay, this one is called Joyful Jellyfish. And by the way, this is from a card deck called Mindful Kids, but it's from ages 4 to 104, so good for all ages. This is called Joyful Jellyfish. It says, let your fears float away. Okay, so follow along from where you are. Actually, this one tells you to lay down, but of course you don't have to lay down. You can sit in your chair like me. Okay, so wherever you are, if you want to lie down, go ahead. If you're in a chair, you can put your feet flat on the ground. I feel like that helps me to really feel grounded and supported. So go ahead and get into whatever position is comfortable for you. And it says, lie down on a mat or blanket, or sit down comfortably in a chair. Let your arms rest loosely by your sides. Close your eyes and notice your tummy rising and falling with your breathing. So if you're sitting, then I would say just notice your stomach kind of going in and out as you're inhaling and exhaling. So just noticing your inhales and your exhales as your stomach is going out and coming back in with your breath. It says, feel your muscles sinking into the floor beneath you. Let your body be as still as possible. So if you're sitting in a chair, then you can feel the chair really supporting your body. Feel it underneath your seat. Feel the floor supporting your feet all the way up through your body. And really try to find stillness. Let your body be as still as possible. And we're just tuning into the breath. You don't have to change your breath right now. Just notice. Just notice the breath. Be aware of it and how it feels. Okay. So next it says, imagine you are a joyful jellyfish floating in the water. So whatever that means for you right now, whether you're sitting or laying down, just imagine that you're a joyful jellyfish floating in the water. So when I imagine that, I just imagine like my arms and my hands. I start to feel kind of wavy because I imagine like the jellyfish doing this with their little, whatever those things are. So they're just floating in the water, and you can move out of your stillness right now, and just start to feel what that feels like in your body for you. So like for me, my hands are waving, my body's waving, and just sort of swaying side to side. And my shoulders are kind of moving around. And keep that connection with your breath as you imagine yourself as a joyful jellyfish. So if you do want to move around a little more, I want to move my shoulders a little bit, and I still got that kind of waving motion going. And now I'm kind of like involving more of my body. So really tuning into my inner jellyfish right now. And hopefully this is bringing a smile to your face, because it's kind of silly, but we're getting into our bodies and just getting out of any stressful or nervous state that we've been in. So keep that going. Keep your joyful jellyfish floating in the water. And now it says, let your worries glide off your jelly body. Feel them slip away into the water. So keep that going, and just like it said, whatever worries and fears that you have, anything that you've been really nervous about, anything that's been just kind of, for me, it's kind of like a shaky feeling. I feel like I've been a little bit shaky in my body today. And we're letting that just roll off our jelly, what does it say? Our jelly body. So whatever movement, or if it's just stillness, that's okay too. Just imagine it all sliding and gliding off your jelly body. If it feels good for you, you can involve your legs. So now I'm like involving my legs. I'm not even touching the ground. I'm just like floating in my chair. And I'm just imagining like all these nervous jitters about these fires and these winds and what is happening out there and how is everyone doing, and I'm so worried. And for this moment, just letting that glide off your body, finding a little joy in this process, a little joy in this movement, connecting with your body and however this feels. Good. Keep that breath going. So next it says, float freely through the sea. Nothing in your way, nothing holding you back. There's even a little graphic. So keep your jellyfish moving. You're floating freely. Your worries are gliding away. And right now, nothing is in your way. No fear, no fires, no wind. You're just floating freely in the water. Maybe you see other jellyfish. Maybe you see some other friends in the ocean. And you're like, hey, how you doing? And everything's fine. We are just having a good time floating around in the water. Let's just sit with that. I'm still moving. I'm still kind of waving. I'm tuning. I'm connecting with my jellyfish. And I'm like waving a little bit. Shoulders, legs. You can't see my legs, and my whole body's just kind of waving. Floating through the water. We're just floating. We're saying hello to the other jellyfish, the other animals in the ocean. Yes. Yes. And really breathe into these movements. Try to take deeper inhales, deeper exhales. Do you feel like you're floating? Do you feel like you're weightless and just moving through water? Do you feel joyful? Can you feel your breath? your jellyfish. Moving through water. Yes. Okay. And we're coming to the end of our jelly journey. When you are done, start to, I'll reword this. When you're done, start to come back to stillness. So we're coming back to stillness. If you have some inertia going with your movements, just start to slow them down. Whether you're laying down or sitting, just start to come back to center. Feel the stillness. If your eyes are closed, you can start to open them slowly. Now we're back here together. Still taking mindful breaths. They don't have to be really deep, but just mindful breaths. And it says rise slowly. So if you're laying down, you can rise slowly. If you're sitting down, you can just open your eyes. Taking your joyful jellyfish heart with you. And that is the end of our Finding Calm meditation. Again, it was called Joyful Jellyfish.